Yes, of last Friday, Indonesia's rupiah fell sharply. On Friday, the rupiah slumped 1.2% or 14,200 per dollar. Shares fell more than 4% and the yield on benchmark 10-year government bond rose to its highest since mid-January. For the month, the currency lost 4.5%, its biggest since 2013 and the most among the 9 currencies. And let's check the current trend of rupiah through the first graphic. This is the trend of rupiah exchange rate based on JISDOR. Rupiah towards US dollar keeps on weakening. And until March 2nd, 2020, rupiah towards US dollar weakened to the level of 14,413. And as we see through the data, rupiah is weakening. Even for today, rupiah was open at the level of 14,222. And let's add that weakening rupiah comes on the back of rising headwinds faced by the Indonesian economy from the novel coronavirus disease of COVID-19 that started in China. Of course, we don't want to see weakening rupiah for the long haul, as it will harm many sectors. Therefore, Indonesia's central bank intervenes to steady rupiah as virus fear unnerves markets. The intervention schemes are so-called triple intervention. What are those? Let's see the next data. The first intervention will be applying domestic non-delivery forward, or DNDF, and the second one is buying domestic bond market of 78 trillion rupiah and interventing spot market through selling foreign exchange. So far, Bank of Indonesia has bought 78 trillion rupiah, or equal as $6.2 billion into the domestic bond markets so far this month, as big sell-offs send stock markets around the world amid fears over the global spread of the coronavirus. As of last Thursday, foreign investors had sold off 26.2 trillion worth of government debt papers, or SBN, throughout February, as Bank of Indonesia Governor Peri Warjio said on Friday. Foreigners had sold a net 4.1 trillion worth of stocks over the same period. Senior economist of IKS, Eric Sugandi, said that Bank of Indonesia will keep doing intervention to stabilize rupiah. This is due to Bank Indonesia has calculated Indonesia's foreign exchange reserves, which is still in a huge amount. So how much is actually Indonesia's foreign exchange reserves? Let's see the next data. By November 2019, Indonesia foreign exchange reserve reached 126.6 billion US dollar. The number keeps on increasing. By December, the number of foreign exchange reserve of Indonesia reached 129.2 billion US dollar, and by January 2020, Indonesia's foreign exchange reserve reached 131.7 billion US dollar. The trend is increasing, as you can see. The foreign exchange reserve are equivalent to 7.6 months of imports, or 7.3 months of imports and servicing of official external debt. These are above the international adequacy standard of around 3 months of imports. And there are reasons behind Indonesia strengthening foreign exchange reserves. What are those? Let's see the next data. This is the list of reasons behind increasing Indonesia's foreign exchange. The first one is government issuance of global bonds, oil and gas earnings, and other foreign exchange receipts. Bank of Indonesia assesses that foreign exchange reserves are able to support the resilience of the external sector and maintain macroeconomic and financial system stability. Going forward, Bank of Indonesia views that foreign exchange reserve will remain adequate if it supported by stability and favorable economic outlook. Therefore, Bank of Indonesia has aimed at helping accelerate the country's flagging economic growth by applying a stimulus on the economy, which is supported by a beginning of inflation and a dovish signal from the U.S. Federal Reserve. But back again to its main core, Indonesia used its foreign exchange reserves to give the value of their currencies at a fixed rate. Foreign exchange reserve as of January came from different composition. Let's see the composition of Indonesia's foreign exchange composition through the next graphic. As much as 124.49 billion US dollar contributed from foreign exchange reserve. 1.08 billion US dollar from IMF reserve, special drawing rights 1.53 billion US dollar, gold as much as, the value of gold as much as 3.97 billion US dollar, and other assets 0.63 billion US dollar. Whichever the instruments the central bank supplies foreign currency to keep markets steady. It also buys the local currency to support its value and prevent inflation. This also hope can reassure foreign investors to return on seeing Indonesia as an interesting market. Indeed, coronavirus is haunting Indonesia's economy, especially rupiah exchange rate. But Bank of Indonesia keeps doing its best to prevent any bad scenarios. Stay tuned on Market Attacks because we'll be right back after the break.